Hey y'all, it's Ricky from Ricky's Pretties. It's been a pretty little minute, hasn't it? I've just been a little busy. Yeah, I've been making journals. I have been doing some pet portraits, which I do not advertise. I'm not advertising now because honestly, I just don't have time to do them all the time because they are a little time consuming. Maybe someday I'll get to where I can do more of those because I do enjoy painting, but that's just something I don't have time to offer to the general public at this time. I do them mostly for friends and relatives, coworkers, basically just, word of mouth, whoever finds out that I do them and wants me to do one. If I have time, I'll do it. But I don't offer those up on Etsy or anything right now at this time. But I do want to bring you guys a little project today. This is a frame that I found at the, what is it called? Value Village. Yep, that's the place. Value Village. I paid, let's see, it's still on here, $1.98 for this ugly little thing. It's not really that ugly. I mean, I thought it had some redeeming qualities. I do like the little shiny silver, but it just looks, like somebody might have sloppily painted it. You can see all the brush strokes. I guess it's supposed to be like shabby chic, but I thought it could look better than this, so we're gonna do some stuff to it today. And what I have is I've got this lady I got from Debbie Ramey. She has a Facebook group called Notions of Beauty, and she has all kinds of stuff on there that she does lace and things for journals, like cardstock. She's a Prima dealer. Every now and then she has these amazing kits that she throws out there that have, material and lace and beads and pins and bling and just all kinds of stuff in it. And so I get some of my things from her. I also get things from a lady named Debbie Cottrell. I'll call her Debbie C. She has a Facebook group called Kiki Sale. And most of these blingy little things I get from her. These little doodads, and some of these. And she used to make these resin roses, but the resin started bothering her, so she hasn't been doing those. But I know you can get these I've seen these on Temu. You can get little bits and bobs like this on Temu. So I do get some of my supplies there too. And of course, I hit the sales at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and all of that. But those are the places I really like to get my things. And then here lately, there's another lady that has started a Facebook crafting group. Her name is Edith, and she has Edith's Amazing Deals. I, of course, will link all of these places down below in the description box so that you can find that for yourself. And so this is where I got that from Debbie Ramey, Notions of Beauty. And I didn't want to put like a family picture in here because I just thought she was so pretty. I really want this to be like a decorative item. So that's, what I'm going to use it for, is just something decorative. And so I thought, well, let's do this. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. What I do is, instead of trying to measure this, and figure this out, and also just to make sure that she's centered properly and right side up, is I use this, and I lift that up, and then I center this over the design, and she fits in there just almost perfect. I can get almost to the whole entire thing in there. And then what I'll do is I'll go around this is canvas, and I'll go around this with a pencil and then I know where to cut her out at so that she'll fit inside my glass. And you could decoupage her in if you wanted to, but I'm not going to, in case I do decide later on that I want to change it out and put a family photo or a pet portrait or something like that in there. Because I do have pets that I love dearly. I have a little dog named Trixie. She just turned 16 years old. And she's still going. So far, so good. And I have a kitty cat named Juniper. She's a big fluffy black kitty. And last September, I got a ball python named Squiggy. Everybody's like, oh my god, you have a snake. Yeah, well, he's not. Everybody automatically thinks anaconda when you tell them you have a snake. No, he's not anaconda. He's not going to get big enough to eat any of my pets. He's barely going to get big enough to eat a full-size rat. He will never actually be big enough to eat a full-size rat. He's only going to be able to eat small ones. And I don't feed live rats. I feed the frozen thawed. We won't talk about all of this because I know some of you guys just don't want to hear it. But he's my baby. And I love him. He's so sweet. He wouldn't even think about biting me. And so there we have her. And I'm just going to position her in here. Pretty good. Not too bad. Once I get this in here, she'll sit flat. But I'm not going to put that in yet. So right now, I'm just going to tape it down. Hopefully it'll stay. Just going to apply a little tape. Just so she'll stay put while I'm working on my frame. Let's see. I don't think it's going to bother anything. Let's see here. Yeah, once that's in there, she's kind of bubbly, but once I get that in there, I think she'll be fine. Yeah. So she'll line out once I get that put in there, but right now she's going to be a little bubbly. We'll just have to put up with that. All right, so moving on. Here I have all kinds of bits and bobs. I have bling. I have this. And of course I forgot to get my wire cutter, so I'll have to get that in a minute. Or I could just glue it on like that, maybe. I think I'll cut it. And then I've got these, you know, I like to do things in 3, you know, because I think it kind of balances out. If I can. Sometimes I can't because I don't have enough stuff. But there's 3 of those. And I've got 2 of these, and I have 3 of these, a big one, and then 2 other big ones. And then I've got 3 little blingy pieces here. I have 3 of these, and I've got 4 of these actually. These are just little fillers. I'm going to use these as fillers, and then I've got some just random buttons like you get when you go to Goodwill and stuff. You find buttons. I love buttons, so I will pick them up because I use them for different things. And I have some little mini buttons over here too. And then I've got this. I've never tried this. It's like, it's jewelry glue, but I'm completely out of my Gorilla Glue. So I'm going to try this and see how that does. And I've also got diamond glaze and some glitter. We might use this. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, so what I'm going to start doing is, I don't know if I can get that off with scissors or not, guys. Let me see. If I bend it. If I bendy it. If I don't hurt myself. I'm kind of good at doing that. I've got a Band-Aid on already from when I hurt myself before. Yeah, that worked. All right, so let's not hurt ourselves over here. There. See, ta-da, I knew I could do it. Kind of bent it a little bit, but it needs to be flat anyway. Flatter. So that's kind of where I'm going to put this. I want that at the top. And then I'm going to put these around like that. See what I mean by threes? They're kind of offset each other. So I like where those are. So I'm going to try this and see if it works. I don't know if it will. I usually hot glue things, but I don't want hot glue everywhere right now. So I'm just going to use this and hopefully it'll stay once it dries. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out how well this works. It's stinky. I think it might take it a minute. We may have to get a different kind of glue, guys. I may have to go wrestle up some Gorilla Glue if that doesn't stick. We'll give it a little minute. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stick, guys. All right, I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to get some different glue because honestly, I wasn't sure what this would do. I've used it on jewelry, but it says multi-purpose adhesive. But now we know that this does not work and we need something else. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that. That just absolutely was not going to work. And I cannot find my Gorilla Glue to save my life. This is what happens when you don't do videos for a while. And you forget how to do them. So, yeah. So I've got this stuff. It's called, I've used this on other projects, and it's pretty strong. It says extra strong formula, dries fast. So I'm going to use this along with some hot glue and hope for the best. I'm just using, this is going to be my project anyway. I wanted it for my room, so if it's not perfect, oh well. It will be okay. So I'm going to put a little dabble do ya, a little dabble do ya. And hopefully, you know, the combination of these two things will be okay. I'm not really going to worry about if it's messy because it will dry clear. All right. Okay, I'll clean the stringies away later because we're gonna have stringies. All right, so I like where those are. Now I'm gonna put these maybe there, close to the inside. I got that a little too close. It's all right. I think it'll be fine. Okay, and now for my rosy posies. So that's not going to stay good yet. We'll have to be careful with them until they get set. Might That's what I like about the Gorilla Glue, because it will just hold. It's not going to move if I use the Gorilla Glue. But this is going to have to dry first before it holds good. Need me a glue stick. Thought I was hearing a weed eater, but I actually think it's a gigantic fly. So if you hear it or see it buzzing around, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was in here, or I would have shooed it around. Yep, there it is. I may have to stop the video again to get rid of the stupid fly. I don't really know how it got in here. I didn't let it in. I'm kidding. Obviously, I had to have let it in or it wouldn't be in here. I don't really like flies. They drive me nuts. So I will probably stop the video in a minute to kill it because they drive me crazy. They drive me crazy. Again, you can tell I'm out of practice. I've let flies in here during my video. It's driving me crazy. I'm going to have to stop and go kill it. Just not having a good time. Or you can just put up with it flying around and not worry about it. Now this is going to be tricky because look how this is made. This has got a little edge around it. I don't know what this is going to look like when it gets all glued down. Hopefully it won't look like a hot mess, but we'll find out. We'll put a big blob in the middle there and hope for the best. I think it's stuck okay. I think it's stuck. And this one, I can tell is not going to be very cooperative either. But it might be. We'll see, we'll see. Try not to move that other one. I think it's stuck. This is a button, so it's got a little knob in the middle of it, so I'm just going to cover the knob up with glue. Stick that about right there. Wherever it lands will be just fine. Okay, and now I'm going to go on to these little dudes here. As you can see, I'm just kind of trying to, you know, if I put one here, I'm going to put one over here and one up here, wherever there's like a little bare spot. That's, you know, kind of the way I'm working with this. Just, you know, to keep me from getting, you know, too much of one type of thing in one spot, because I want it to be, you know, look like there's all different things on here. I don't want it to all look the same. You know, when you get two together of something, it starts looking, you know, it would look funny. I'll have to add a little bit to that because it's not wanting to stick. There we go. Got it. It'll stay, it's stuck now. My other little bare spot was up here. I'll end up getting glue all over everything. That's all right. We're gonna clean it up. All right, and now for these little doodads. Here, where do I want? This one can go right about there. And there's 4 of these, so. It's going to be on the edge, so I'm going to kind of get a little bit of extra there for it. And this one can go up here. Go away. My gosh, that thing's going to drive me nuts. Ugh. How did that get in here? I don't know. Must have come in when I let my dog in. See, like that there. You don't want 2 together like that. So I'm going to try to find another little hole for this one to go in. Maybe right. I don't know. Maybe right there. It's not quite together with that one, and I think it'll be pretty there, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I haven't got enough glue on there. Now I do. If at first you don't succeed, add more. I think this will work pretty good. This Elmer's is going to dry clear, and it does hold pretty good. So, you know, the hot glue is basically just to keep it from moving around while it sets, you know, while the white glue sets. All right, so I have, this is a little yellow flower, so I'm going to put it up here, I think. I don't want to put it next to this one. See? You don't want them right together. Alrighty. And then I have a little pink one that can go over here next to this one. A little crystal. I'll put him down there. It's funny how that fly sounds like a weed eater. It's just, bzzz, you know, it's like, who's weed eating? It's a fly. It's pretty funny. Oh. Got a fly in my proverbial soup today. How fun. Let's see what happened. Oh, May, the beginning of May, I broke my toe. My baby toe. Last year I broke my ankle. This year I broke my toe. Because, you know, I decided I needed to exercise, so I got an exercise trampoline, and I was exercising on it. But that's not how I broke my toe. I broke my toe walking through the living room when I was half asleep to go let my dog out, and I tripped on the trampoline, the leg of the trampoline. It hurt really, it hurt. I hate to say it, but I was kind of screaming like Ozzy Osbourne there for a minute. You know, I broke my blanky blank toe. I'm sure y'all kind of got that. Then, of course, you know, business as usual. I still had to let the dog out. And I had to message my boss and tell her I broke my toe and that I would be in late. And I did go to work that day. I went to the doctor first. where I was confirmed that I did break my toe, and of course they can't really do that much for a broken toe, you know. They buddy tape it to the one next to it, and then they put you in a little shoe for a while. So I've been hobbling around for about a month, ready to get rid of that thing, but my toe still really hurts. I'm gonna have to add some glue under here. Just gonna over glue it. That's the one that's the button, so it's got the little wobbly, you know, it's got the wobble to it. But it'll set in a minute and then it won't. We'll just kind of glue something next to it, I think is what we'll do. Kind of support it. Oh, that's a lot. Let's do, got way too much glue for that little rosy posy, so we'll just put a button there. I'm just going to glue that on. Let's see. This can go here. You can see I'm just kind of fitting these things in wherever they'll go. I don't want that to go in that direction though. I want it to go this way. Let's see if I can get that to stay. All right. Let's start gluing some buttons. I'll make it go faster maybe. Put a little bit on there. Where? Messy, messy. All right. Put one of these right here. I like how this is looking though. For all the messing around we're having to do since I didn't have the right glue, but it's looking pretty good, looking pretty all right, I think. Not too bad. I don't really want to do like, you know, you don't want eyes either. So probably I don't want that one there now that it slid down in there and I'm not going to be able to get it out. So let's do a, what color do I have over there? I've got pink already. Let's do this blue. That'll be good because I've got a blue up there. We'll do some blue. We'll do blue. It's kind of a greeny blue. It's not the same as this blue. It's a turquoise blue. It's pretty. I like it. I like it. I'll put that blue up there. Or there. We'll put this blue right here. It's going to go under here. I think that'll be a good spot for it. I'm going to stick it into there. There we go. I'm making a mess of this hot glue. I didn't put Elmer's on that one. It'll probably come off eventually. But it's looking pretty, I think. I can put a peachy one right there. That would be a good place for a peachy one to go. Oh, sticking to me. I'm going to put a red one up here too. I like this red. Can go there. I just sticking these buttons on with glue, so I think it'll hold. It's holding pretty good. I'll put one of these right here. Hard to decide where I want these little random guys to go. This glue is getting everywhere. Everywhere. It's getting pretty full, y'all. Let's see. It won't fit in there. Maybe right there. He'll go there. That one will fit in there. I'm just gonna hot glue him in so I can drop him down inside there. I'll have to take a second and get rid of some of these glue strings. They're like spider webs. They're everywhere. It's looking pretty, y'all. I'm just gonna start sticking these in. Got some glue on that. It'll come off later. Now the name of the game is just to kind of drop them in wherever you can get them. We're going to just start filling in. It's looking pretty though. I like it so far. See, I think I need a peachy one over here somewhere. Nope, there's a peach one right there. Where else can this peach one go? Might be time to start filling in with our little ones. I'll put one more right here. So we get him to stay there. All right. Okay, and now my idea is to fill in with these little baby buttons. I don't know if this will work or not either, y'all, but I'm gonna try it. Don't know until you try it. I got some blue ones, I got some white ones, and I'm not gonna be real picky about how these go in. So if they're upside down, they're upside down. I'm just gonna put them in here. Just gonna drop them in. So like right, let's see, take the lid off. I'm gonna use glossy accents for this if I can get it out. That went everywhere. But it's going to fulfill our purpose. I'm just gonna try to make that roll this way. Oh, I don't want that to go there. This stuff is getting messy now, y'all. Glossy accents is messy. It's getting ready. It dries clear though, so I mean, if you make a mess with it, that's the good part about it. If you make a big mess, it's not gonna show. And I kind of like that it just runs down in, because this way I can just kind of stick things in. And I'll have a little minute to work with it. So that's cute. Put some in here. Just kind of wherever I'm seeing a little spot that needs something, I'm just putting these little tiny ones in there. I'm just kind of turning it. Turning it and filling it. Filling it up with little beads. I need to get some more of those out. Beads. These are buttons. They look like beads. They're so tiny. But they're buttons. Going to use up what's left of these little dudes and go. There's a spot right here that needs something. Right. And under here. I think this is looking pretty cool. I like how it's turning out. Trial and error. Making do with what you've got. Sometimes that is what you have to do. Especially when you decide to make a video and then you're like, oh, I don't have this. Oops. You know, that's just life sometimes. Now this glossy accents will dry real shiny. And when it's dry, whatever's stuck to it, whatever's stuck in it is going to stay. So if it's moving around right now, I'm not real worried about it. And it's also going to help some of these other things to stay. So I'm just going to kind of squirt it around in here. Especially under these guys that are not quite as stable. So it'll kind of fill in. And help these guys stay put. Try to use up all of my little buttons if I can find homes for them all. Let's see. All right. See a place that needs something. Something. I might just stick that in there against my better judgment. Because I've got a peach one right there, but I need something right here. And this is going to be it. It's going to go right in there. That is where it's going to live. All right, I think that's pretty. And then when we get the back on, she'll be all stuck up in there and she will no longer be poofy. I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to turn it upside down yet. I'm going to try to secure this in place without turning it upside down. Yeah. There we go. See, she's in there. She's all nice and pretty. When this dries, I'll get all the glue sticks, all the glue off of it, you know, because it's got all these little, I don't want to disturb it right now. I want it to set up really good. And then I'll be back, you know, after I clean it up a little bit, and I'll show you the final picture. But for now, I think that's it. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I decided maybe it doesn't need the glitter, so I'm really not going to do the glitter. I'm afraid if I glitter it, it's going to make it look too much. So we won't use glitter. You don't have to use glitter on everything. But I really think that turned out pretty. It's way better than it was, in my opinion, because I like artsy looking things and eclectic things. This is very eclectic. I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me and for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.